Ryan Reynolds is still calling for more Blade. And ladies and gentlemen, we are not talking about this today because it's by far the most viewed video on our channel that we did last time. That is, me and Kyle have morals. We wouldn't... he still wants it. Look, Ryan Reynolds was saying Blade got the biggest pop in the theatres that he was in. You know, he's never seen anything like it. And he's still calling for a Wesley Snipes Blade film. I'm not going to ask you if you want to see this. We've had this whole debate last time. What I'm going to ask you is, do you believe that Ryan Reynolds has actually spoke to Wesley Snipes about getting another Blade movie made, and that Wesley Snipes wants to do it, and Ryan's doing everything in his power to try and push this now?
It doesn't, it's not in the realm of not being possible. We've had loads of crazy things. It's one of those things I'm like, again, not trying to go into a debate about it, whether it should or shouldn't happen. I would love for this to happen. Full disclosure, I want this to happen. This would be fucking amazing. It'd be a great thing for comic book movies going forward. It would open up so many doors, like the multiverse stuff, and bringing back all the characters and cameos and bits and bobs like that. But realistically, I don't think it's still not going to happen. It's too big of especially now.
Okay.
If you ask me at the start of this phase with after Endgame, let's say after Endgame, you had maybe a couple of multiverse films. Then I'd say, okay, yes, potentially. But with their own MCU Blade movie being stuck in limbo for the past 5 years, they're having to redo everything at Marvel. So it's a massive shift. I still don't think it's going to happen. If it did, I could see it working as being just sort of something separate. But that's how it'll have to be. It'll have to be very much something separate. And I don't think it'll have anyone from Marvel Studios really being involved in this. It'll be very much Ryan Reynolds, Wesley Snipes, just them basically making their own film.
Okay.
But that's where I stand with it.
Okay, so the question I asked you was, do you think Ryan Reynolds has spoke to Wesley Snipes about this? And do you think Wesley wants to do it?
That's what I'm saying. Right. Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
You didn't say that at all, mate. You didn't say that at all.
I literally said it's a Ryan. If they were going to do it, it'd be Ryan Reynolds and Wesley Snipes. That'd have to just make it themselves, essentially.
I didn't hear that.
I literally said that.
Roll the clip. I didn't hear that.
I'm not rolling the clip.
I will roll your clip everywhere. This sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just a bit annoyed because I'm seeing The Crow tomorrow, so...
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, look, I truly believe that Ryan and Wesley have been speaking about this, and I think it's definitely something they want to do. Definitely something they want to do. Now, is it on Marvel Studios' agenda? Probably not. But with the power of Ryan Reynolds that has just happened, Deadpool and Wolverine being at nearly $1.2 billion worldwide, being the highest grossing R-rated film of all time. Obviously that buys a little bit of, come on, I know what I'm talking about, we can do this. So I do think that this is definitely something Ryan and Wesley want to get made. I'm like you, I want to see this. But I feel like when people hear me say that I want to see this, they think I want to get rid of Mahershala Ali's Blade as well. I want to see Mahershala Ali's Blade as well. I want to see that film. So...
Speaking of that, I just want to say something real quick. I feel like with all the disasters...
The Acolyte got cancelled.
Right, anyway. Oh no. Anyway...
yes, very sad.
No. Yeah. Yes, it is. Anyway, I think just throwing a random. I just thought of this today. I thought hopefully we're talking about Blade tonight. I think just something here off the top of my head. If they do the Blade film in the MCU, not Wesley Snipes' version, obviously. I'm talking about Mahershala Ali's, which have been stuck in basically hell, like
Yeah.
limbo, for the past 5 years. I think Taika could probably take the reign of it. Now,
Oh, you just pissed a lot of people off, my friend.
yeah, no,
I'm with you.
because
Taika's a great director, but
yeah,
Marvel fans are very much, what have you done for me lately? They will not acknowledge that Taika has made
no, I
an
know, and
amazing Thor film, even though Love and Thunder wasn't that great, and they will not, look at his other filmography.
yeah,
So
no, and that's why I'm saying it. It's like I don't care. You can, if you're complaining about this, then I really just don't care because you're just being a, you know, you're just being so negative for no reason.
stop being
Like Callum said,
negative.
you've not really sort of looked at the rest of the things he's done for us in the past.
Yeah,
Ragnarok is a great prime example. His first step into the MCU as director, and he smashed it.
and
He relit the character.
I always say you can't blame Taika a little bit for Love and Thunder, but it's I don't know why we're talking about Love and Thunder right now, but he made Ragnarok with a little bit of Taika Waititi.
Yeah,
And then everyone was like, we want you to go full Taika Waititi in a Thor film. And he was like, okay. And
yeah, and he did that.
And so,
So again, just something I'm throwing out there. I think that'd be really fun. Obviously, he's a great director. It probably wouldn't have his sort of humoristic tones in the film. Maybe there'd be like a couple of jokes, like you do typically
yeah.
in Marvel films. You'd have a couple of things here and there. Maybe it's not Blade who's sort of the center of the jokes or whatever like that.
Well,
But
even
I
the
definitely
original
think,
Blade films have jokes.
yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So it'd bring like a new type of sort of like a little bit of humor to it. Taika's not afraid of doing a bit of gore here and there. And obviously, storytelling with the characters,
Yeah.
Taika can do it clearly.
Um,
So yeah, and it'll be a great way for a lot of these people to be like, okay, we forgive you for Love and Thunder, but you don't really need to be forgiven for that because you've given us all this great stuff before that.
Look, one thing that I saw in the comments a lot in the last Blade video we did about Wesley Snipes is a lot of people want to see him as a Whistler for Mahershala Ali's Blade, which, okay, I think that'd be cool. Obviously, Delroy Lindo, who was previously attached to the film, I think people, it wasn't confirmed, but I think people was assuming that Delroy Lindo was going to play Whistler in the upcoming Blade movie. So, if you want to honour Wesley in some way, I think that's, if he can't get his Blade 4 movie, I think that's a great way of doing it.
Yeah, it's definitely a great way to bring back him. Obviously, not as the character, but it's like back when.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when obviously
great.
Yeah. So when Spider-Man: Homecoming was coming out, and all the MCU Spider-Man films with Tom Holland, there was a really good theory out there of like, oh, who's Uncle Ben to Tom, and someone put out a really good theory of let it be Tobey Maguire. The guy's aged a bit. We'll know who he is.
It would have been like the perfect age for like Marissa Tomei's like Aunt May. So yeah.
It would have been a really, really nice thing to do, and yeah, I like that idea. I really do for Blade's character. So I'm up for that as well.
Right. No, me too. Not me too. None of that around here. I'm also excited. I'm also excited for. What am I excited for?
Blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
To please come out.
Hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully we get them both. That's all I'm saying is, just because I want Blade 4 doesn't mean I don't want Mahershala, and just because I want Mahershala doesn't mean I don't want Wesley Snipes as Blade. I'm greedy. If you can't tell by my physique, I want it all.
Hell
So
yeah.
I think that's a perfect segue to move on to our next topic. Wow, wasn't that a great video? Would you agree, Kyle?
Yes, you should definitely give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed.
We are now late night TV talk show hosts who say subscribe to our channel after video because we are cool.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's kind of what we're doing, aren't we?
Mate, just commit to it.
Oh, no.
But don't commit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right, thanks for watching.
Yeah.